មាជិកគណៈបានសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាវិញ្ញាណសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបម្រើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរព្រមគ្រប់គ្នាពាមទារសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហាយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសពវត្តថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គមជាខេមរាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរស់សេងសានជ័យយោគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិសមាជិកគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាថ្មីគ្មានសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបម្រើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរគ្រប់គ្នាពាមទារសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហាយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសពវត្តថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គ្រោះជាតិខេមរាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំផ្ដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរស់សេងសាន
And hello, thank you for joining our show. This is Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. This show is under CNRP America. Again, welcome. My name is Linda Wu. I will be your host for tonight. We are at the end of 2022. Today is December 27. So I hope you had a great Christmas and also looking forward to the new year 2023. Our topic for today is 2022 year in review top stories. We will talk about what's the most important topic on 2022. Most of this topic you heard many times, and we will continue because it's the same story of opposition, the same story on environment, and also the same story of labor union. The reason we're talking about it because there are no resolutions. Again, welcome. Thank you for joining our show again. Again, I just want to make clear to our audience, this show is in English. Every Tuesday we speak English, and I apologize for that. We actually want Khmer youth to understand, Khmer youth overseas, to understand the situation in Cambodia. That's why we're speaking in Khmer. In addition, our show, CNRP America live Facebook show for 6 days, Wednesday until Monday, we have in Khmer. So you are welcome. And we also just want to let you know, the shows in Khmer is, we have different topic, 6 topic for each day, 6 days, each topic per day, but for 6 days. And also you will have different hosts. different guests. So please tune in for Khmer show 6 days a week, and also tune in for Tuesday for an English version of um, CNRP America. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I have a wonderful guest. She's here. Normally, the end of the month, we have Brittany. She usually come on, and Brittany and I will do monthly review, monthly update. But today, Brittany is out of the country. Brittany is on vacation, so we having Mrs. Kimhun Thit. She is the Chair of Women Affairs, CNRPA, stand for CNRP America, and also CNRPO, stand for CNRP overseas. So she's the chairwoman, and she give up her time. She spent a lot of time, and all in addition to that, working full-time family. She's also the chair of the foreign subcommittee. So let me welcome her and have her introduce herself and tell you what she been doing. Besides, she did everything. So let me bring her out. ជំរាបសួរបង
ជំរាបសួរ Linda and ជំរាបសួរ បងប្អូន ទាំងអស់គ្នា and welcome again for the show, wonderful show that we had wonderful host tonight, and thank you for having me tonight.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for being here. Thank you for giving up your 1 hour for our show. You have done so much for your voice, for democracy, and especially for your voice for women. And it's very important. I work with Bong Kam-hun, you can say almost every day. So I want someone that never know you, or someone that don't usually work with you. I want you to tell them why is it so important that you are standing behind women, advocating for women rights, and you are the Vital Voice Fellowship for 2022. So and that is said a lot about her stand on women issue and how she support women in the world.
Thank you so much, Linda, for the good compliment. But all of this work is we work together, not just me by myself. But I'm so lucky to have my coalition teams of the women that always support, always willing to join, willing to help, willing to share. And this is just a great opportunity that allowed me and make me passionate to continue to do my work, even though that it's so tired. But thinking about women working together, I'm just, have some more energy, and then just continue, and then, to spreading more inspiring to other women, especially women living in outside, so we can support the democratic women inside, which is they are facing in a battlefield in Cambodia every day. But for us, we living in a peaceful country, and we had great opportunity. We had more some kind of like a peaceful living. But in Cambodia, the women, they suffering every day. They suffering in all shape that you can see, not just a political woman, just union workers, the White House, all of them. So they are seeking for support, not just when we talking about support, not just a support for the money or for the fund, but supporting for everything, supporting with the motivation, supporting for mentoring them, that whenever they are in suffering. For example, the husband was arrested inside Cambodia and sent it to prison for years and years. So if we left them alone, and how they can survive, how they can continue to move it on. So as a woman who living outside, not just you have a position as a woman leader, it's every woman can step in, not just for Cambodian, but every other woman, every nation can come and have, because as a woman we need to support each other. And that's why Linda had said that I have a great opportunity, and then it's so it is my privilege that I able to join with the Vital Voice. We engaged this year represent Cambodian women, so I learned a lot of things from other women, and we shares all experience, and we spread all situation that Cambodian women right now is facing in crisis situation. So we have to be strong, stand together, and then try to spread it out, take it out, whatever that people, not just with the big of a committee, but everybody that you meet, that you have talked at your work, at your neighbor, at everywhere, at your community especially. So just spread it out that you see, one of the women in Cambodia, or many women in Cambodia, such as, Saint Thierry or Chum Sito, or many other political women just arrested. And then, so just let them know that how they are facing in threatening and in crisis right now. So, and we have to have that spread out so that way they can have some advice supporting. So we, as a woman, we need some more support. Yes.
Thank you, Bong. And yes, Bong Kimhun is not just lip service. She does not do lip service. She does it. She's, like I said, she's out there advocating. She's out there going to all these programs so that way we can have support for especially the women in Cambodia. And not only that, all the educational, all the meeting, all the conference that Bong Kimhun joined, that she's also teaching us as well. So we in 2022 we did a transformations leadership on women, which is whatever Bong Kimhun learned, what Bong Kimhun, the experience that she had with other group or other conference, she's always teaching us, teaching women, not just me, any woman, and on all the chapter, and everyone is welcome. So we thank you, Bong. You don't just learn and absorb the educations, the knowledge by yourself. You also want to make sure that someone like me or someone out in the woman group understand and also can also use your knowledge as well. And that is very, I believe is something that's very great. You just don't bottle up in yourself and learn it yourself, know it all, but you want us to know that as well. And so that way we have a voice, that way we can stand with you, we can stand and work with you to advocate for the women in Cambodia especially. Thank you, Bong. And also thank you for being here. Like, this is your second time. Last time you were here in November. So thank you so much. Out of your busy schedule, let me tell you, she worked probably 16 hours per day. Busy. And chairwoman and foreign committees. So a lot of work that. So this is a very rare opportunity that she's here today. Okay, our topic for today, Bong, it's going to be everything you know about Cambodia in 2022. Let me start by saying that one of the things that in Cambodia that never our style, that is the mass trial verdict of CNRP leadership. And let me remind you, on December 22nd, 2022, Acting President Mr. Sam Rainsy being handed another 7 years. Also, let me remind our viewer, on October 19, 2022, Mr. Sam Rainsy was handed a lifetime verdict, which is so basically before that he is serving supposedly on a 47 years prison term sentence on a 47 years. And then October 19, lifetime. December 22nd, 7 years. So 7 and 47, that's 52. When he's done with 52, he'll be in life. And so this is like a kangaroo court in Cambodia, handed on. How do you feel about that, Bong? They are basically wanting a political assassinations on Mr. Sam Rainsy, make sure that he never going back to Cambodia to stand trial. Basically, he want to go to Cambodia. He want to be in Cambodia to stand on his trial, but they are so afraid. So all these sentence, 52 years plus life in his absence.
Well, Linda, just talk about that. It's just ridiculous. I would say that because, around the world, Can anybody tell me that is any court or justice is announced, put somebody in prison without any witness, without any some kind of mistake or any kind of evidence that to prove that all of these people that doing something, sell the land to somebody or stole something from our government to somebody, or taking some kind of like something against the laws. So it's nothing wrong with these people. So this is the people is stand for Cambodia. That is the voice of democracy for Cambodia. That Hun Sen is afraid of these people, especially His Excellency Sam Rainsy, because of he's the one that is always represent the symbolics of the democracy, justice, and for freedom for Cambodia. So Hun Sen is he is using his lip to just put everyone in the court and use the court as the concrete court that you just said it. Of course, there he's always use his strategy, manipulated, threatening people, and put people in prison. That's the only way that he can control his power until now, because he used all shape, all kind of the threatening, especially put people in prison. For example, you see that Miss Sanctuary, she didn't do anything wrong, but Hun Sen how to force and put her in jail, even though that she just working all her life just for to have to have and restore democracy, especially happening for human rights. And she still get in jails because Hun Sen that he is dictator. So dictator always using the court and for threatening people, and without threatening people, they will not continue to stay on the seat and continue to empower their power. For especially right now, he's planned to take his position pass off to his son, and that is that the world look at that Cambodia is just for family. It's not for democracy country, and people live inside Cambodia is not living really in the peaceful. That Hun Sen keeps saying that thanks to peace, but we know we don't have peace at all in Cambodia. Peace, when you hear the word peace, word santipip, okay, santipip, peace, meaning that you don't need to be getting weapon fighting, going to the field and then have a war. That is considered as the peace, without without seeing war, without seeing weapon. But the peace is inside, the peace is in mindset. So if the people in Cambodia, the Cambodian people, women, young generation, all some society that could not have the mindset peace, they could not live it in a peaceful in their family, and then it spread it to the community, especially in Cambodia. So for example, now can you think that Cambodian is in peacefully? Because look at it, in young generation right now, can they do all the drugs, and you see that recently they show it in public that they get caught with the 5 ton of what the ketamines. And ketamine, that it is a controlled substance, which is it's violated to use it in the public like that. But in Cambodia you can see that it unanimous, like it's a lot of all of the drugs that can be doing traffics for drugs, and it can be all of that it's not really good for the next generation, especially it will be destroy our young generation that
The regime, well, I don't want to disconnect. I want to cut you off, but the regime actually have an answer for that. Hon San himself said, "You don't want drug in the country, don't use it." As simple as that, and that his answer. If as a head of state, if you want to control drug, you want to control something, you should be able to control. You should be having law enforcement too. But his answer to that is, if you don't want drug flowing into Cambodia, don't use it. And the same thing with vegetable. If you don't want to buy a foreign vegetable from other nearby country, don't buy it. That's not a solution. That is not a solution from head of state, and that it's not peace. It's when you're talking about peace, it's not about war. It's peace, internal peace. How can you have peace when the Friday woman, their husband in jail for 5, 7, 8 years without just being voicing their opinion? How can you have peace when you go to work? You want the union to represent you, but they don't want union, so they trying to eliminate that. Bless you, Bob. So there's no peace in that. How can you have peace when you don't even have land to live on? That's no peace. When talk about peace, I always want to compare to America. When you're talking about educations, every kid in America, when they go to school, they want to make sure that the kid have breakfast. You know why? Because you cannot concentrate on studying when your stomach is empty. And the same thing in Cambodia, when your stomach is empty, when you have no home, that you don't have internal peace, and that is no peace.
Yeah, that's correct, Linda. Because you can see that just minority or the small number of the people that have the living, they are really in such as like luxuries, modern. You can see that, but 90% of Cambodian who living inside is suffering, no food. Talking about every department, you can count on it. Every department that is really poor, strategy. Like you said it, he said it from his mouth that if you don't use drugs, if you don't want drugs spreading in Cambodia, you just don't use it. How that? It's ridiculous that he said those words, because if he can use that simply word language it to the people that he's doing mass trial, it might be easy for them, right? They don't need to put it in jail, but he can find out like who is selling those drugs, who is against the law, who do violate all of the drug trafficking. He can do that, but he didn't do it because what? Because behind the scene, he's helping all those people to get the money, so that way they can support all those family, so they can buy their luxuries car, they can buy their luxuries house and the watch, all of the whatever that they're using it, some kind of like fancy fancy and really expensive watch, all of that. So this kind of thing, we could not take it.
That's not even enough. Buying home, buying car, buying luxury item in Cambodia is not enough. They have money overseas, money that from those drug trafficking into Cambodia. So it's everything that the head of state say, you don't want to use it, you don't want drug in Cambodia, don't use it. But in reality, those money are feeding to his family, and it's not enough. It's not enough that they selling all those natural resources. Not enough that they're selling drug into Cambodia, but they have billion and billion dollar overseas. They are taking billion and billion dollar overseas and buying their citizenship in different country. And at the same time, they were telling people in Cambodia, it's peace in Cambodia, but they're the one that have money is running they're sending their kid to go education overseas and having luxury life overseas, and that's not fair.
Yeah, that's correct. That they try to be protect their family. They try to be doing everything that to gain their power and then continue to leading as a dictator, and that make Cambodian people get poor and get suffering every day and keep continue to suffer every day, and they will not um, give much opportunity for the poor family, especially for example, recently I saw two young girl that she's graduated with I think A plus, yes, straight A plus for the high school. But I don't see anybody like, as an education like a whole. I might be miss it, but I don't see it like comparing to um other, like especially not compared to United States, right? Compared to Thailand, that whenever some kid that is having some kind of like outstanding like that, they supporting it. They probably building some new home. They probably taking her to have probably the residential, like to living to live it in some place that can support her, so that way she can be continue for her higher education. But in Cambodia, if you not in a rich family, even you straight A, but they just probably the news just put for you because we proud of her. But you can see that Hun Sen didn't care. The education is really bad. That those of the children didn't have much opportunity, and the opportunity is just giving to the people that is already have opportunity. So I met with some of the NGO, or met with some other NGO that is want to see and want to give some kind of new program for Cambodian. But I give them one point. I said, be careful. Yes, we really happy that you give some kind of opportunity and then make some scholarship program for the youth for Cambodian. But look at it in deeper and deeper. Did that opportunity that you give the scholarship to those young children, is it from the farmer or from the rich country, rich family already? So if you don't really dig down to that, meaning that the farmer family or whoever the poor family still not get that opportunity, it will be the rich people get opportunity, and they will be the rich people control the poor people over and over. So they reflect that and they think about it. So that's how I just want to say that to any other NGO too. If you want to have some kind of support or something like that, you need to look in more detail that how your fund or your support it can be happening to the poor kid, or poor family, not just going through the upper level family that will not really helpful at all.
Thank you, Bang. You brought up a good point. I also see many programs through the U.S. Embassy. I follow that page. I follow their Twitter, and they always talking about helping sponsoring kids to come overseas and stuff. And many times I always have to stop and think that how many of those kids that's actually need help? How many of those kids that actually from the poor or from that need actually that really need help, instead of just giving out sponsorship to people that already have money, already have that family already have money. So that's one of the things that when I look at, especially the U.S. Embassy in Cambodia, that they have all these wonderful programs that they sponsoring, and especially bringing kids over to especially America. And I many times had to stop and think, like, is it really benefiting or only benefiting the few instead of benefiting the really needy? Thank you, Bong. You know what? I want to bring up something. Let me share screen again. I just noticed that one of the name, this one, City, Chun City. We know him pretty well. He is. Do you see the name, Bong?
Yeah, I
Yes.
see here.
Yeah, he is one of the hosts on CNRP America live show. Very outspoken. Got two adorable kids, beautiful wife. He recently come to America not long ago. A couple, I can say last year, not last year, this year, a couple months ago. Very outspoken. Been Hun San have thrown him in jail. I have him on the show before, and I'm surprised that he got full year and his sentence suspended. Um, what's the reason for that? He is still every day outspoken, and I think that's a very suspicious on that suspensions.
Well, like we said it, Linda, and everyone know it that Hun San is using the court is under his sleep. He want to release anyone he wanted. He can release somebody in 1 second if he want to, and he want to arrest somebody right then if he want to. So all of that, he just playing his game, and his game we already know that he tried to make people confused. Okay, he tried to make people not trusting each other, and especially for us as a democrats that people that we are fighting for democracy, especially fighting with the dictator like Hun Sen regime. So we have to be more strong, we have to be trustworthy each other. So if we don't solidarity together, working together, stay strong together, and Hun Sen will use his trick. The tricks is like he do it with Chunsity. So that's what he did with Chunsity by, okay, I dropped your case right now, and then let the world figure out like what's wrong, like you asking me the question that, oh, Chunsity, is it Hunsai group now, or Chunsity, is it okay now? But I just want to send a message to everybody, not just about Chun Siti case or Hun Sen drop the case from Chun Siti. So just thinking about it, like what Siti doing right now, and what other people that Hun Sen play the game right now with. So just look at the action. Don't try to listen to someone that manipulated the rumors. The rumor is the killer. And especially Hun Sen regime always like to use the rumor as a killer to kill the democratic people like us. So if we don't use our mind to think, things first before you doing action. Yeah, you don't stepping in there because somebody said it's something, manipulated somebody, and then you just jump over it, and then, oh, he is Hun Sen Sai now, so we're not gonna trust him no more. Yes, no. So we have to think first, asking if you have question. Really, really, really good that if you don't ask the question, you will get confused. When you get confused, you miscommunicate it. That make another story that when you miscommunicate with your team, you don't trust your team, and then you're going to be going the wrong direction, and that wrong direction is going to Hun San direction. So now try to focus on which direction you want to go. You going direction to Hun San regimes, Hun San family, or you going direction to your group. So that's how I want to say that for me, I'm thinking that Hun Sen using his tricks right now and to try to manipulate it to everyone around the world and try to make drama, chaos it, because you, me, and everybody, we don't like dramas. No one like drama. So whenever we are in a battle that we are fighting for democracy, restoring human rights, and then with the drama coming in, and people will say, no, I'm not getting into that. I'm going to withdraw myself. Oh, too much drama. And oh, I cannot help in Cambodia. So yeah, I just want to send a message, especially to our lovely Cambodian who's want to have our mother. And the mother right now is really sick and get cancer and poisoned by the regime. So we need to stand strong together and then going just one direction. Yeah, don't look left and right. Just go straight one direction to Hun Sen regime and then try to think about 2023. What is our strategy for 2023? And now we're talking about 2022. That number one, we're talking about human right, democracy, and violators all shape using justice for the court as a concrete court is to sentence everyone, especially the mass trial 36 people. It's ridiculous. Nobody around the world they hear about it, they just laugh and they just cannot know word to say it. And the second, we want to talk about environment. Yeah, the environment in 2022. If Hun Sen really care about environment, yeah, the country, I mean, like in Cambodia right now, should be living in greens. But look at right now, all below Cambodian. Look at right now, Cambodian, environment, all the trees, everything, they destroying it, and then they just selling it, and they just take the money and then just to support their family, to just keep it in their pocket. And if we have really smart and intelligent kindness heart leader in Cambodia, we don't need to cut our trees, we don't need to destroy our environment. You just thinking about Angkor Wat, just sell a ticket and making sell a ticket to the tourists and then making more attractive to the tourists, and then we can raise the whole Cambodian inside Cambodia. But look at all of that, look at all of that. That is not Cambodian, that is not Cambodia countries. That is, it look like Sahara. So we don't want our country to become Sahara, Sahara. So we need to be doing something, supporting our environment activists. Yeah, supporting by what? By, if they're doing some kind of activity, you need to join with them. Yeah, you need to join with them. If you keep scaring, you keep, hiding behind that, that's not going to solve the problem. Hun Sen gonna do everything, to make Cambodian get suffering, get, destroy everything, the land, they sell all the mine, everything, they dig everything. And now we just focus about daily issue crisis for our living, for Cambodian living. But we didn't have time because CNRP, Cambodian National Rescue Party, not there, and to stand by the people that live border with in Vietnam. Now they spread their authority to our took our land now. So because we don't have anybody to look over it, we don't oversee over there, because that's how Hun Sen want to destroy CNRP. And especially right now, he's real robbing, because now he's selling CNRP headquarters. Yeah, that
Right,
is that is a real I don't know the word to use it, Linda, because it's just speechless for me. Because how can you sell somebody property, and you sell somebody property and then you put it into your pocket? You don't take that to do something that's not belong to you. It's belong to CNRP, and you are the real
yeah, he's not only CNRP headquarters. You saw the picture of Wongkum Hun said the Sahara of Sand. No more tree. That's just one section of one locations. It's been 10 years since Mr. Chutwuthi got assassinated, and he is an activist, environmental activist. So if we just counting from the day that he got assassinated until now, it's been 10 years, and the country does not improve at all. The country We sell sand, we sell forest, and we selling CNRP headquarter, and all those money is going to the regime pocket. Like Bong Kam-hun said, how can you sell somebody our property? He doesn't care. He even sell forest. It's not even his property. That is the property of Cambodian, the people that born and live. So it's everybody property. So he's stealing it, stole it, and sell it. And it's not just that. Last month, not earlier, we're talking about forest, we're talking about building. Now we're talking about monkey. The monkey situations at the end of the year. And we know this, and this story has been very famous. So agriculture ministry got a lawsuit. U.S. how filed a lawsuit against agriculture ministry. What they did was the U.S. company not purchase for lab purposes. They buy monkey from Cambodia for testing, for COVID medicine, to use it as a test instead of test it on people. So let me show you a data a little bit. So let me see, I have this. So that way you can see clearly how the demand and supply and demand work in America. Let me see. Yeah. Can you see this chart? I showed this before.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So in 2020, import and export. And this is talking about, not talking about people, not talking about. So this agriculture ministries got in trouble for trafficking monkey. The term of agreement is to breed and raise the monkey in the lab and sell it to the U.S. lab. So that way the U.S. can take the monkey and test it for medical purposes, for cosmetic. But instead, they're taking this monkey from the forest, meaning trafficking, illegally taking the monkey and sell them and making profit, and doesn't care about this monkey going to be extinct or not. So that's what they in trouble with the U.S. And that's how we end 2022 when regarding environment. They selling CNRP headquarters, they selling forest, they selling land, they land grabbing. And now we talking about, we don't even talking about human trafficking yet in Cambodia. We're talking about monkey trafficking, animal trafficking. So the regime is like, when they're talking about environment in 2022, it's destroying every single thing that have to do with Mother Nature.
Yes, Linda, you can see that 8 people was arrested and then put in jail in United States. And I mean, in United States, law is law, not just law by mouth like Hun Sen created, not the concrete courts that, just, doing to the opposition party or activist who is doing some kind of protection of the environment activists, that he arrests all those people, whatever he want to. But here in United States, the law is the law, so you cannot get away from it. Now Hun Sen begging them to release and all of those people, but he didn't think that when he arrests the people inside Cambodia, do you think about that too? That can you how the family feeling, about the arrest all of their family, and without find any choice, against them. So this kind of regime try to doing all of manipulated, like against the law, violated the law. And now he's it the same thing like driving car, but he didn't have his brakes on United States. So that's why now he need to be slow down and then reflects himself that he need to be nice to Cambodian people and try to be thinking about what need to be doing in 2023 to be making Cambodia is more proud, not just under his regime. And then we really ashamed of all of his acts, that what he'd been doing it, especially the people that come to United States, 8 of them now is arrested because of you are doing monkey trafficking, and then you got arrested in there. So this is it's kind of good example that to be pausing Hun Sen regime, that he need to be look at what he been doing, and then need to be limit himself to do something that is violate the law, especially international law. So any kind of that they invite him to come to United States because he are a take turn lead of the ASEAN. But after that, let's see what is going to be going next step whenever he is not in that position. So we all together here, we talk about Hun Sen regime, not to be just criticize him, but we want to bring other people, especially we living outside, we need to think about it. What do you think if Hun Sen still control the Cambodia, in 2023 and next years and on and on, and how can your next generation will be living? For example, now in 2022, we just talking about it, that we discuss all night long that people are suffering from what he been doing to them. So if we keep continue, let him do whatever he want to do right now, we will be get worse and worse, and then Cambodian will not have a power to be as a their own country to protect the country no more. So it's gonna be all mixed, Chinese, Vietnamese in Cambodia, and then we will be not speaking Khmer no more. So I just want to be give everyone just attention. So we need to wake up. Yeah, me too. Everyone need to wake up that we need to be do something, have something that not just the people that born in Cambodia. I want to talk with the next generation, whoever you have a blood as a Cambodian, your parent, your grandparent, who live it in Cambodia, but now you are exile, living it in United States, living everywhere around the world. We need to be, we need to be helping each other, going back and then try to be doing something to get that regime out of his power, not to be like doing something against the law, but be peacefully fight for it to restore democracy and human rights for the Cambodian people.
If our viewer thinking that we were talking about Cambodia, we're only talking about Cambodia. We talk about 2022. We don't even talk about the almost 40 years that the regime, the Hun Sen in power. We only touch on 2022, and this is so much issues going on, and the respect for democracy is not there, the respect for human rights is not there, and the respect not even for human rights, the respect of animal rights, we're talking about the monkey trafficking, is not even there. So Wong Kim-hun and I talking about what for 50 minutes, and we only touch base on 2022. We don't even gone to we haven't even start on our third subject, which is labor union. And I know this is Wong Kim-hun is really she know about this, because in Cambodia, garment worker, factory worker, those are 90% women. Casino worker, those are women that work there. And as of a couple months ago, the regime was able to give them $2 raise from $198 per month to $200 per month. For when Wong Kim-hun talking about they have so much money, they sell everything, they have so much money, but they were able to the union couldn't even negotiate. The regime work with it's not when on the union side, not when on the people side. The regime is working with the factory owner, with the factory owner, and only give them $2 raise. And this is make up of 90% of women that working in the factory. So it's heartbroken. And when we're talking about union, we're talking about Naga woman. That's this is my, I guess last week I talked about this as well. It's been over a year now. No resolution at all, not even a resolution. And not even that. People that actually out there protesting have been thrown in jail, like the union leader, Chim Sita. She's been in jail many times already. This is probably her second, her third time. And many other women being pushed, being shoved, being kicked, being dragged. And there's no respect for women in Cambodia. The authority just keep arresting them instead of having the Naga company resolve the solution. They keep arresting the worker, and that's where is there. And because the regime is not helping, why would the regime not help? Because that's hitting their pocket. Why would they stand on their on helping Cambodian people when the casino owner spending so much money on them? And casino owner said that, there's no money for COVID-19, trying to save money. How can you try to save money when you are building casino number 3, that like what, $3.5 billion, the third one? How can you not having profit? To even though COVID-19, they still managed to make over $100 million profit.
Yeah, Linda, we really sad that it's been over a year now about the crisis issue with the we call labor union and NACA worlds. And now instead of doing some kind of like the asking for the raising money or getting the job back to all the other women, Chim Sita, now she's arrested by Hun Sen regime, and we can see that. And
Again, it's
yeah,
not the first time.
this is the second time, and the second time is really make the world that attention that they had, especially all the NGO um, organization had been involved with it too, especially State Department from the United States and the Australia as well, because it's some kind of sad that she just get off from the airplane and then get on at the airport, not get out the airport yet, and from the meeting with the labor unions from the Congress from the Australia, and then they just arrest her over there. And this is mean that Hun Sen is still dictator and dictator. He didn't want to change. Yeah, he didn't want to change. He want to show the world that he is own the country. He is want to be show the people that he is the power man, that he want to do whatever he want to. So we are the innocent people, especially the women, which is the in the group of the labor union that Chim Sita have been helping them with Nagabel. They need to be stay strong. Don't really scared that Hun Sen arrest Chim Sita, but I see that they're not scared. They've been doing their peaceful rally. They've been doing some activity. They're motivated that they arrested Chim Sita. So that's how, as a woman here, not we seeing all of that not because of Chim Sita is politics, but she is a woman. So when we're talking about women, we don't talk about politics, right? So when we talk about women, you can see that we can be the mother, we can be the sister, we can be the group of women that we want to be changed. We want to be have something, especially inside Cambodia. Women always manipulated, always they always doing some kind of violated against us as a woman. And when we're talking about women, Cambodian women, they're thinking us we are weak. We cannot do anything, against the men's. But this kind of women, they are really strong inside and outside to fight for their labor, for their living. Because if they cannot have the labor rights, their living rights is not going to be good at all, because they have to raise their children, they have to raise the family, the mother. All of these women, it's not just they are living in a rich family in Phnom Penh. They all came from different province, especially they have to rent their rooms, and the room, that how much it's cost, at least probably $200. And their salary, how much? It's not $200. How can they afford it for their living? How can they afford it for the mother, for the parents or the children that living in province? So if Hun Sen want to be to change something, to make a peacefully living for this woman, that is, we call that woman rights is human rights. If we using that woman rights is human rights, Hun Sen not going to be dragging this crisis problem until over a year. He can do that, but because he get the profit, he get benefit from Nagawal too. That's all his family. Everyone can see that he own everything, but they not. Now he playing the game too smart, that he not put that this is Hun Sen family. He put all Hun Sen family, Hun Sen name in every school, right? But except the business, except the gambling, except whatever, again, the laws, that he didn't put his family name at all, but he let somebody take care of that, but it's under his control. So we want to be change, and we want everyone to stay strong together, especially women. Linda can show the picture again, that we now we use our hashtags. And let me explain the hashtag. I think most of you know already what is hashtags mean. So hashtag is like the symbol, right, that Linda showed in there. In Cambodia, we call Trung Chru. Yeah. So you put hashtag, meaning that we want to send that message over and over again, not just for Hun Sen regime see it, but we want the international women around the world, the globes network, that see that what we are fighting for. We are fighting, not just fighting, we fight peacefully, but we use our voice as a woman voice, woman choice. We have to have a choice. And if you don't have voices, if you quiet, you not talk like me and Linda talking, we don't have choice. You're gonna stuck in there, and Chimsito gonna be stay in prison forever if we don't talk about her. So we have to talk, we have to have voice. So our voice is, now we put it hashtag stand up for human rights in Cambodia. Hashtag number 2, we put it no justice, no peace, and no hope in Cambodia. Hashtag number 3, we put it free all political prisoner in Cambodia. Hashtag number 4 is demand for justice, peace, hope in Cambodia. Why? Whenever we put all hashtag, every time when we post about all of these innocent women or all prisoner, political prisoner, everyone around the world will see that. Will see our that movement, that we want to be advocated for them. So we have to express our speech, we have to express our voice. So that's why we have to do all of that, not just me and Linda doing that. Okay, so around the world how to do that, so we can see. For example, right now women in Iran, that they kill one of the women in Iran, that she's doing the same, similar to Chim Sitor too. And now everyone around in the United States, and especially around the globes now, will be doing some we call eye on Iran. Yeah, eye on Iran is the some kind of activity that we advocated for the innocent women in Iran. So now they all winning all the cases in the UN, that is they will not allow the Iran women that represent the Iran seated in the UN committee. So we can do that the same thing. We're not small, but we can play that the same thing. So what we do is we have to bring up our woman crisis for everyone, not just political. When we talking, remember it, when we're talking about women, we don't talking about, oh, she's a politics woman. No, I'm not a politics woman. When we're talking about women, it's all women in different area, like for political, whenever they are talking about the labor union. So we talk all the same, because whoever violated women, meaning violated human rights. So that's why we have to stay strong together. We can do this, and we can bring this to international world, that women in Cambodia is in crisis and everyone need to be happy. And then talking about Chimsito, Sanctuary, Kumtola, and also that Langstawi, and then Sambo too. Yeah, Mom Sambo.
Thank you, Bang. The three picture, the image I put up is three different women that work in three different fields. Kumtola, she's a CNRP activist. And she have been very quiet for, I believe, the last 6 months, but the regime still drag her in and convict her and sentence her. She is currently in jail. Jamsita is labor leader. She has nothing to do with politics. Saint Terry, she's an NGO. She works on NGO. She advocate for democracy in Cambodia. So she has nothing to do with politics. So all these three women that you see in front of you are three different women that representing women in Cambodia, a voice for women in Cambodia. And like Bong Kim-hun said, not, they don't want to have to be CNRP activists. They don't have, as long as you have a voice, as long as you go against the regime. Hun Sen is so scared of this woman. That's why they're dragging all this woman into jail. But we are hoping that your voice, everybody can advocate for them, can bring loud noise to them, for them, speaking for them. They're not able to speak right now. They are in jail. So we are the one outside. We should be able to speak for them. Well, Bong, it's over an hour now. It's very great conversations. I know, let me see. I'm trying to take the picture down, Hun. Yeah, I know one of our viewer, before we even have the show, he want to know what's the future for 2023. Anything you want to say that you want plan for us to do, plan for people overseas to do regarding 2023, looking forward for 2023?
Yes, Linda, that's a great suggestion. We have to have now futures and what we're gonna do in the future. It's not coming, but we need to have plan. Anything that we have to do to be success, we need to have plan and goal. And what is your goal? What is your achieve for future? If you don't have plan and goal, we will be not go anywhere, of course. So 2023, everyone need to be making sure that if you are living in Cambodia and you are a youth, young generation, need to be taking your time. Yeah, because you have a Cambodian blood, so you need to take your time. You have to think about what you want Cambodia to be in the future, what you want to see Cambodia country to be in the future. You want Cambodia country living like this under the regime that is you're going to be don't have any opportunity. Majority of Cambodian will be get poor and then will be migrated to be working in Thailand, working at other countries. It's not in Cambodia. So we need to be have a good strategy that you have to be get involved by seeing that what is your community need to have it, especially when you see somebody really need to have for some kind of um, speaking about environment. So you need to be get involved to that, and involved by supporting them. If you cannot supporting in face to face, you can be doing some kind of behind the scene, so that way we can have some more people that we get involved, and so that way you have some voice. So if you don't talk, like I said, remember that if you don't have your voice, you don't have your choice at all. And also for the women, of course, we always have plan and goal. We will be we try to be reach out majority of the women, but we don't need to be put it in public. We're gonna do it internally, and we're gonna be have some our workshop. We're gonna do face-to-face workshop, especially next week. Yeah, we will join our leader in CNRPO, take turn leader in 2023, that we will be transfer the from the Australia to Europe. Yeah, so we will celebrate our CNRPO also, but on that January 7, we gonna be take our moons for we are get invaded by Hun Sen, bringing all Vietnamese to Cambodia. So remember that January 7 is the Moon's Day that we are suffering it until now. So we will be doing some our action that's again the January 7. So the next one, I want everyone to make sure that you register for vote. Okay, so you register for vote to find the party that is support democracy, so that way that whenever the dictator do something that violates human rights, violates your rights, so you have somebody behind your back that support you. And 2023, we will be working hard toward to our foreign relation. And in the United States, we have a good relationship with the United States, Senate and House, because we use our rights as a constituent, and we really appreciate and thanks you to all the Senate and the House that always open the doors for us as a constituent to go visit them and listen to us, that we always want to bring the true democracies in Cambodia.
Thank you, Bong. Thank you for being here. And yes, I am 2022. We did a lot of work, and we will continue our advocate for democracy and for human rights into 2023. Bong talking about people in Cambodia voting, the same thing. People in America, please, if you have not registered to vote, please register to vote. It's very important that you have your name to register to vote, because if I need you to be meeting to talk to your senator, or you have a representative, I want you to be able to be registered to vote, because your voice matter. Even though in America your voice still matter, and the Congress and senator they do matter to our bills. They do matter for advocate for Cambodia, and especially democracies and human rights. So if you are in America, or anywhere, you in anywhere in Australia, in New Zealand, please register yourself to vote, and make sure you work with the country that you are in, so that way they can be, when you want them to advocate for Cambodia, they're able to say, hey, this person voted for me, this person was there when I needed them. Now their people needed me, so I'm gonna able to help them. So wherever you at, please don't forget to register to vote. It's very important. Your voice matter. Doesn't matter who you vote for, which side you're on. Please be active. Don't just sit there and say that's problem this and this, but doesn't do anything. That's not good. So and like Bong Kim-hun said, 2023 going to be more work, and that is our end result. That's our goal. Our end goal is true democracy in Cambodia, and anything out, it's just noise. So that's the result. That's the goal that we are heading in 2023, and we will continue to do as much work as we can and as for our ability. And thank you, Bong. I know you are so tired. It's 10:30 your time, so thank you so much, Bong, for being here, and thank you so much for advocating for us and advocating as our voice, women's voice. So thank you so much, Bong. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, for having me, and thank you for your excellent work. Yeah, I'm really lucky and really happy to have you as our team. Yeah, in our team. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bong, and thank you, our viewer, for being here. You are on 1 hour and 11 minutes, so thank you. If our viewer have any questions or any comment or want to hear anything next year topic, we'll talk about that. I always encourage our viewer to put in questions, to put in comment, and also to not just not any questions, educational questions, questions that have meaning, not just questions and meaningless questions. But please, anyhow, just put it on. And if you want to hear a show about anything in Cambodia, please stay tuned. We have 6 days a week program in Khmer. We have 6 hosts. We have 6 topics per week and wonderful guests, wonderful hosts. So please stay tuned, and I will see you next Tuesday in English. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Linda, and best wishes to everyone. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Happy New Year if I didn't see you.